okay? Now there's kind of two parts to this drill. First, you're gonna ride as slow as you can, make sure that you can maximize outside peg weight. The next thing you're gonna do is try to come to a complete stop. This is called on-command balance, okay? So you're using the balance ability that you guys practice, the static balance, but now we're adding in a little bit of clutch. As you ride forward here, you're in that constant friction zone slip that we practiced, rolling back and forth. We're never going all the way out, and we're never coming all the way in with the clutch. Okay, so this is a common thing that I see riders do. As soon as they start to move, they just let the clutch out all the way and leave it there. I want you guys to get comfortable keeping your clutch on in the friction zone the whole time. Okay, so try to avoid letting the clutch out all the way. You're going to be dragging in the friction zone, steady throttle, steady clutch. You're going to turn to the left, try to come to a stop and hold balance for as long as you can, then continue forward. You're going to turn to the right, try to come to a stop, hold the balance for as long as you can, then you're going to continue forward. The reason we're doing this is, first off, it's just a practice of throttle, clutch control, and balance. But also, this is a great way to hone in your overall balance control. This is such a key piece and exactly what we're doing during a cone weave. And honestly, what I want to see you guys doing is not coming to a complete stop. Okay? If you can come to a complete stop, great. But I would rather see you guys maintain your feet on the pegs than coming to a stop and falling over and putting your feet down. Does that make sense? So try to avoid putting your feet down. I would rather see you continue forward with your movement than constantly putting your feet down the whole time. So let me show you what I mean. First, you're just gonna practice your outside peg weight. So when you go to the left, your right foot, that's where all the weight should be. As you can see, my left foot is off the peg. If you go to the right, this is where your weight should be. You guys can see, what am I doing? Exactly the step over drill that you guys just did. Right? That's the step over drill. Each time you change, I want you to maximize your outside peg weight. Practicing this right here is going to get you really in tune with your body in relation to your body. Okay? Each time we're turning to the left and we're off that right foot. Notice where my head is. It's over my right foot. My body position is out. As I go to the left, my head goes over my right foot. I'm waving the outside peg the whole entire time. That makes sense to everybody? That's the first thing I want you to practice, okay? The second piece of that is now less of taking the inside foot off and more of just coming to a complete stop and holding that position. Okay, so that is called on-command balance. Let me show you. We're gonna do these both together. On-command balance, we're in a centered position. I want you to ride as slow as you can and try to come to a stop. Hold balance for as long as you can with your front tire to the left. Go forward. Turning to the right, hold your balance for as long as you can with your front tire to the right. You can see I'm actually using a little bit of front brake to assist me the whole time. And I continue forward. Front tire to the left, right peg, stopping for as long as I can, moving forward, front tire to the right, left peg, stopping as long as I can. I would rather see you guys continue movement than going like this. You see what I'm saying? Like I want you to avoid dabbing as much as possible. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
You're using a steady throttle and steady clutch the whole time. That ability of outside peg weight and using your throttle and clutch together to maintain balance is so key when you're riding. In trials, and I learned this so much in the last like 4 years of riding trials a lot, I realized I had a habit of weighting the inside peg in certain situations. And the more I obsessed on maintaining outside peg weight, the better my balance got. The more I obsessed on putting my head over the outside as I fell from left to right, the better rider I became. Gordy, would you stand right here, brother? You wanker. Wanker, will you stand right there? Great. Just as an example, if Gordy gives me a push, do it a little better than That's what always happens.
Hey, you better be careful what you ask for.
The thing is every time I do this, I say, will you push me to any person in the US? They go like this. They blow on me. It barely does anything. And then I say, will you do a little better? They full on high speed sprint kick me and I fall over. Regardless, the point will be, as I'm here and he pushes me, where do I go with the bike? Right. He pushes me to the left, I turn to the left and slip clutch to correct that back. This is exactly what you're doing all the time when you're riding a motorcycle. If it's a rock and it kicks you in one direction, you make that adjustment of those unbalanced forces. If the rock kicks you to the right, you turn to the right, slip the clutch and add a little bit of throttle to maintain balance in that direction. If you're falling to the left, you do the same thing. So understanding here, this is what you're practicing for. You do these flat land drills and get this completely dialed in where you have complete balance and control over your bike, it will affect your riding so much. It's going to make you so much more confident and controlled to keep the feet on the brakes in a good standing position and be able to conquer the stuff that you're running into. Does that make sense to everybody? So once again, first you're going to practice outside peg weight. I want to see you guys uncoupled from your bike. I would like to see some leaning, just like this. You can see I'm way outside. I mean, I'm kind of exaggerating here, but I wouldn't mind to see you guys exaggerate. Both directions, steady throttle, steady clutch, outside peg weight, left, right, and once you feel like you guys are doing okay with that, I want you to come to a stop. Hold balance for as long as you can. Again, outside peg weight. Move forward, come to a stop. Hold balance for as long as you can. Continue forward. Hold balance as long as you can. Back and forth. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, go ahead and spread out.